authorities in China are working to put an end to the protest campaign. We were able to uncover some of their activities. This man from mainland China supports the Hong Kong protests. He agreed to be interviewed on the condition that his face be hidden.
I love democracy, but it's not available in China.
He came to the US 3 years ago and joined a group that supports the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong. But the authorities in China found out about his activities.
They visited my family and warned me to be careful about what I say.
He believes that protests are being disrupted by students from the mainland and that they are being urged to do so by the Chinese authorities. Students from the mainland confronted the demonstrators.
In Hong Kong are claiming they're fighting for freedom of speech or freedom of everything, freedom of demonstration, freedom of everything. That's not an excuse for violence.
The man who agreed to be interviewed showed us a social media service for Chinese students. The name of one organization stood out in particular. The CSSA is an organization that mobilizes students. The CSSA has the backing of the Chinese embassy. It is an organization that supports Chinese college students living in the United States. The CSSA has offices at over 100 universities across the US, and it exerts a significant amount of influence over Chinese students.
The Chinese Students and Scholars Association is the only official Chinese student union run by the Chinese embassy. We help the embassy protect students during emergencies.
The man from mainland China believes that the CSSA encourages students to act.
The Chinese embassy cannot undertake direct actions, so it does its work through student organizations. It brings a lot of people together and has them demonstrate against the Hong Kong protests.
A commission that reviews the relationship between the US and China says Beijing is using various methods to oversee activities related to the Hong Kong protests.
If somebody speaks up in a class and says something that is against Xi Jinping or is against the ideology of China, they could be reported back through the embassies back to China. So it's a mechanism of control.
The fire that ignited in Hong Kong more than 7 months ago now rages in the US, and it appears that neither blaze will be put out anytime soon. Sam Suzuki, NHK World, New York.
NHK asked the CSSA several times for an interview, but so far we have received no reply.